you want to come to the party, send me a picture of me and you. Because if I've been on this world for 40 years and we don't got a picture together, you're not coming to my place.
Pastor Lenny, I heard everything you said, and I may agree with you. But the only thing I didn't agree with is I didn't get an invite to the party.
Hi there. This is Rihanna Wright.
I met Dr. Harvey Miller over in the corner. The band, jazz was playing, the love was flowing, people were laughing, the food was jamming, and the pictures were scrolling on the screen. It was a joyous occasion, brothers. It was a time of celebration. It was a time of reflection. But I noticed in that moment that somebody was missing from the party. As I began to look at the pictures, I realized that my father was no longer there. Daddy was missing from my party. And tears began to well up in my eyes because it was and is my mighty warrior. I am the son I am today, the man I am today because of the father I had. Amen. And I rejoice in the fact that before passing on, he passed it on. He placed a positive deep down in me. And in that moment, it became a defining moment because I realized I wasn't the only recipient of his wisdom. I wasn't the only recipient of his grace. And that he poured himself into all the other brothers that are in the room. And I realized I needed brotherhood. I no longer had daddy, but I had brotherhood. And I'm convinced and convicted that we must do better at creating community and celebrating brotherhood, of displaying our vulnerability and strengthening our identity and protecting our sanity, because you can go crazy up in here. Can we celebrate the men that even if they're not blood, they family? That's right. Huh? I know about those fathers, those brothers that stood in the gap, that steps up to the plate, that covers you and protects you. They're your allies. They fight for you, and they don't even got the same DNA as you. But we are a brotherhood. Those big brothers, elder brothers, you know, your uncles and cousins and the boys in the hood. I don't want to go to church. I promised that I wasn't going to preach a sermon, Mr. Brooks. But listen, if there was two passages of scripture that I love, one is 2 Samuel chapter 9. It's a story about David. And if anybody knows this brother in the Bible, this brother has some issues. You think you got issues? Yes. Can we talk about it? It's all in the Holy Writ minister. And then when David got himself, he came to himself. And now he's king. And he shows up at the party and he says, who's missing from the party? It's one of my favorite verses in all of Scripture. He asks us one question. It was brief and yet it was profound. It was simple and yet it was so telling. Here was a question that had the potential to change someone's life for the rest of their life. Who's missing from the party? He acknowledged that somebody was, yes, we have 300 men here, but who are you going to bring next year? Because somebody is missing from the conversation today. Somebody is not here today. We can do better together, right? But he said, is there one brother that I can show kindness to? I know where I am now. I'm the king, but I wasn't always here. See, some of us get promotion and it goes to our head. Some of us have more degrees than a thermostat. And we forget where we came from. Can I talk about it? But when you arrive there, you need to remember who you can bring with you and say, is there someone I can show kindness to? You at a men's conference and you want to talk about being kind? Nobody trying to be kind. We want to be macho. We want to be strong. We want to be resilient. No, I'm looking for some kind brothers, because kindness is still the language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Kindness is the sunshine in which everything can grow. Kindness in your words can create confidence. And in your thinking can create profoundness. Can we find some brothers who are kind? Well, I'm the man. Yeah, everybody knows who's who in this. Yeah, you're the man in your house. You're the king of your castle. But you don't need to rule with an iron fist. You don't need to be full of anger and full of rage. And everybody's scared and intimidated of you. Daddy's home. Daddy's home. Oh, get a grip. Oh, my God. We need some brothers who can smile and lay down on the floor with their children. Smile, even if they're not your own. You bought them, smile. Be considerate, be thoughtful, be loving, be humane. David, I honor David as a brother among us because he knew the power of friendship. Jonathan, his boy, was no longer with him, but he said, I'm going to take care of your child. He wasn't much of a father to his own, but he said, I can be a father figure to others. I can be the band of brothers. I'm asking us to shine because life is full of darkness. Life has a way of bringing dark periods into your story. And I'm here on assignment to break that notion that we can be strong all by ourselves, and we can be strong in our solitude. I was at the barber just getting lined up because y'all gonna be looking. and the barber is in the barber shop, I'm telling them what I'm talking about today. And they said, man, sometimes you just gotta do stuff by yourself. You just gotta shut everybody off, go in your own little closet, turn off the lights. I said, and do what? And do what? Too many of us are suffering in silence. And I'm here to break the silence and break the noise. Come on, too many of us are enduring pain by ourselves, thinking that we can be strong by ourselves. You don't have to fight by yourself. There's 300 brothers up in here, you don't have to fight by yourself. Many of us, if not all of us, prefer mountaintop experiences. Everybody want mountaintop experiences, nobody want to be down in the valleys. But I come to understand you can only have mountains because of valleys.
That's right.
You can only see the stars because it's dark outside. Come here. It amazes me how people will be jealous of your light, not knowing the night that you've been through. You are only shining because you got a backdrop of darkness. Or sometimes we just fake it till we make it. You think I'm always like this? No, ask my children. But it amazes me how some people can't even celebrate your positivity because they negative and they want you to be negative. You better shine your light behind your backdrop of darkness and realize that light photography I can develop from the negatives. Oh, you better tweet that. Light photography I can develop from the negatives. My granddaddy said, listen, buddy, if your setback amuse I said, yes. If my setback amuse you, my comeback will confuse you. You won't even see me coming from the negative because I know how to take a licking and keep on ticking. Life is a mixture of pain and pleasure, victory and defeat, success and failure, mountaintops and valley lows. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes good times and bad times. Grandmama Florence Brown, Africville up in here. She said, if you're going through hell, go through. Don't get stuck. Don't stop. Don't get trapped. Take your test and produce a testimony. Keep it moving. Again, I cannot give a speech and not honor Wade Smith. Keep it simple. Keep it smooth. Keep it moving. Can we do that, brothers? Keep it simple. Keep it smooth. And keep it moving. Get up. Get up. Okay, so here. I got how many minutes? Oh, Lord. This is not good. This clock is wrong. Don't time skip ahead? If there was one passage I want to leave with you, I know, oh, he here teaching us Bible. Okay, get over it. You're going to have all kinds of other workshops later today. Forget what I said. But I told you about 2 Samuel. The other favorite passage for me is Jeremiah. In Jeremiah 38, Jeremiah, another brother, was thrown in a pit. 4 brothers in his life didn't like what he had to say, didn't like his positivity, didn't like his message of hope, and said, you better shut up. And they threw the brother in the pit. And in that moment, in that defining moment, Jeremiah said, either I can be pitiful or just acknowledge that my pit is full. I'm going to my seat. I want to know today, are you going to acknowledge that your pit is full, or are you going to be pitiful? Yeah, I'm going to go with the last. My pit is full, but I'm not pitiful. I'm not going out like that. I'm here to tell somebody, hiding your hurt only intensifies it. Whatever you tolerate, you will not change. Problems have a way of growing in the dark. They become bigger. Come on, can we expose some truth? When we break into our small groups today, can we speak truth to power? Come on, because can we put on our big boy pants and have a courageous conversation and say, this is what I've been thinking. This is what I've been dealing with. It is real. Thoughts are real. My money is funny and my change is strange. It's real. We need to normalize talking about it. Why? Because you're only as sick as your secrets. I'm done. You're only as sick as your secret. Dr. Rick Warren said, don't repress it, confess it. Don't conceal it, reveal it. Revealing your feeling is the beginning to your healing. So I asked the question, can we talk? Can we talk today? Can we talk? Don't be pitiful. Make up in your mind, I'm not going on like that. I'm not suffering in silence. Why are we always looking to fix the symptoms and not address the infection? Sometimes the enemy is enemy. We always want to deal with the fruit and not address the root. There's a reason I act like I act. Whether it's because of what mama said, what dad has said, what the teacher said. When I was in grade 3, the kids used to laugh because I had a stuttering problem. I had a speech impediment. But I had one grade 3 teacher that said, Lenny, when you rhyme, you don't stutter. So that's why I said I'm elated, excited, and delighted, because God knows I'm nervous. And I don't want to stutter in front of y'all. But someone saw greatness even in my brokenness. And when instead of just addressing the fruit, she went right to the root. I'm asking you to understand that life is not going to be fair. There are going to be brothers in your life that will betray your trust, that will break your confidence. Yes. Because some of us have friends and frenemies. You do understand that everybody with you ain't for you. Everybody in your circle ain't in your corner. But forgiveness is part of your healing too. How long you want to be bitter? That old man died. You 60, 70 years old, still talking about how your old man treats you. He dead in the grave. You living. No, you existing. There's a difference between existing and living. Okay, I'm done. I'm trying to end, brother. Listen, forgiveness is not forgetting. Oh, Lord, here it comes. Forgiveness is not. I thought you gave me 30 minutes. I got 25? Okay, can I go to my last page? Let me say this. Just admit you're in a pit. There's no shame to that. Why did you come? Because my pit is full. I'm up to here. I don't know how much more I can take. My pit is full. There's no shame in that. Don't be pitiful, but admit my pit is full. Have you ever been there at the bottom of a pit? Maybe it was the collapse of your health, where you noticed a lump, or you got some blood clots. Maybe you had some pain in your chest, and now you're paying you at the bottom of the pit. Maybe it was an economic problem. One day you're happily and gainfully employed. Next day you're at the bottom of a pit. Maybe it's your relationship. You thought you were in love. Now the siblings are alienating you. The children are rebelling against you. And bang, you're at the bottom. Maybe you were spiritual and you were talking to God. Now it feels like your prayers can't get past the ceiling. And bang, you're at a pit. I want you to know, just in case you think my life has been rosy, I've never spent a night in jail, but I know what it is to be in pits. Who's in your circle? Because four brothers threw him in. 31 pulled him out. I am going to my seat. You can come over. 31 pulled him out. 31 pulled him out. You got more than 31 brothers here. You have 300 brothers here. 4 people may have done you wrong, but 31 will pull you up. And I'm here to tell you, this is the day when we get up. We get up. If you read the scripture, they threw blankets and old rags down in the pit so that he would protect his arms. Sometimes it's how we try to heal people. You got to be preventative. We don't cause further wounds. Sometimes we show up and say, what's wrong with you? Come on, man up. Come on, get your head up. That's not how you, no. I'm giving you some blankets so that you can protect your arms as I lift you up over here. And I'm convinced that if we do this, if we don't see through people, but see people through, see all the pages I'm flipping? If we get a grip on our emotions, if we get a grip on our mind, if we get a grip on our attitude, brothers will be edified. Our communities will be unified. Lives will be electrified. Our mission will be clarified. Wrongs will be rectified. Our witness will be bona fide. The devil will be terrified because you got up over.
Wow. That was fire. That was fire, guys. Hey, all I want to know, Pastor Lenny, I heard everything you said, and I may agree with you. But the only thing I didn't agree with is I didn't get an invite to the party. I just saying, right? I didn't get invited to the party. We got a picture. All right? But we got to get a picture afterwards, right? But, we're going to move on. We're going to our first sessions, right? We have 4 sessions. You're on your pamphlet, right? And so this is what we're going to do. The doors are color-coded or written in color.
How you doing? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Thank you. That's my dad. Yeah, I know. You seem to be getting younger and younger, man.
I see it too.
All right, good, man. You seem to be getting younger.